Hey, it's Mel, and today I'm doing the Disney book tag created by Kat from Catastic. This tag basically matches a Disney princess slash movie to a book slash book character. The first question is The Little Mermaid, a character who is out of their element slash a fish out of water, and for that I chose Harper Price from Rebel Belle by Rachel Hawkins because she's pretty much flung into this paranormal fantasy world that she's not really ready for, and it's not really her choice, but she can't do anything about it, so she's just kind of stuck with this situation that's kind of messy. She takes a lot of this book just trying to adjust to this. The next question is Cinderella, a character who goes through a major transformation, and for that I chose Nico D'Angelo from the Percy Jackson slash Heroes of Olympus series because he starts out as this little tiny like 10 or 12-year-old boy who's plays this card game and can't stop just nerding out about Greek mythology, and then he goes to this really dark character who like raises ghosts and runs away and stuff like that, to someone trying to find Percy, and it's kind of lighter but still dressed the same exact way as he was a couple years ago, and then he gets more and more comfortable being around people and not shying away from physical contact, and then in this one it's like the only one that actually has Nico's perspective, and I just love Nico D'Angelo so much. The next question is Snow White, a book with an electric cast of characters, and for that one I actually chose a book series, that being the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan, because there's just so many different characters that are also dynamic and diverse, and I love them all so very much. Plus, one's literally the son of Zeus, so electricity is kind of his thing. The next question is Sleeping Beauty, a book that puts you to sleep, and for that one I chose The Iron Trial, the first book in the Magisterium series by Cassandra Clare and Harley Black, because this just not doing it for me. I am currently reading it, but it's kind of torturous and I really don't like it, but I'm gonna keep going because I love Cassandra Clare and I love Holly Black. It's just not very good. Even when something exciting happens, I don't find it that exciting. I'm like, well, that happened. The next question is The Lion King, a character who had something traumatic happen to them in their past, and seeing as I couldn't do Nico for every single answer, I chose Jace from the Immortal Infinite series. I'm not going in with the last name because it just depends on what book you're on. But when he was a child, I think it was in this book he told the story, he had this pet bird and that his dad gave to him, and he was told to train it, but he couldn't train it because it was untrainable and he'd rather just make friends with the bird. So his dad punished him by killing said bird, and then he cries for like the entire time and then he never cried again. But it's just very traumatic for a tiny little child to go through. There's also other things that happened in Jace's past, but I chose one thing, and that would be Jason, his bird. The next question is Beauty and the Beast, a beast of a book that intimidated you at first but then you thought was beautiful, and that one I chose The Order of the Phoenix because I'm pretty sure this is the biggest book I've ever read. I'm pretty sure City of Heavenly Fire was a bit less than it, but that really did not intimidate me as much as this one, because this one's a children's book and the other one has massive print while this one has quite small print for how many pages it has. But I did read this and the rest of the Harry Potter series last December altogether, even though I'd read several beforehand, but not this one because this one is quite something. But it was really nice reading them all around Christmas time. The next question is Aladdin, a character who gets their wish granted for better or worse, and for that one I chose the main character from the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series and books, even though I have no idea how to pronounce this. I think it's Karu, but I could be wrong. But basically the entire plot kind of revolves around the fact that this chimera, who is like her father figure, deals with wishes, so she gets like these little wish things and then she wants to know all of these things about her past. She basically gets her wish to know all about who she is, and then it flips everything she's ever believed and it really messes up her entire life, and I just think that she is completely perfect for this question. The next question is someone who pretends to be someone that they're not, or something that they're not, and for that one I chose the main character from the Throne of Glass series, Selena, I think her name is, because she's an assassin who is sent to this camp and then she's let out of this camp and she's taken to like the royal court to be made this like competitor for this contest, and everyone's all like pretending that she's this jewel thief, but in fact she's an assassin, so she's pretending to be someone she's not for like the entirety of this book, and she's also pretending that this whole fantasy thing isn't happening to her when it is. The next question is Toy Story, a book with characters that you wish would come to life, and for that one I choose the 4 main characters from The Darkest Part of the Forest, even though one of them is a fairy, and fairies, even though most of them in this book are evil, would not necessarily be a good thing, but I don't think Ben would be very happy if this certain fairy wasn't included. I just love these characters so much. I could have picked like the Shadowhunters or something, but I just love these characters so much. The last question is Disney Descendants, your favourite villain / morally ambiguous character, and for that one I chose Draco Malfoy from the Harry Potter series because I like to interpret that he's just misunderstood and he was a little boy, and even in this one when he's like being really mean to Harry, it's only because that's the only way he's been taught to think about things and he doesn't really know what he's doing is wrong, but it is, and then he learns that and then he like tries to gain everyone's trust and everything's beautiful. So that was the Disney book tag. I hope you enjoyed and whether your answers would have been different or the same to mine. So that's it for this video. Bye!